Okay, YouTube, what I'm showing you is just basically a quick update on my Enclave remnant armor and also my t51b power armor. So I built the t51b power armor for myself, and I'm about, I'd say, 95% through with the build. And I built at the same time the Enclave remnant armor for my son. So these are just some of the quick pieces of the Enclave remnant armor that I built for my son. And this is the pelvis and the forearms and the chest piece that is waiting on being glassed. So this is a quick look. And then I got the t51b, got the backpack done, and the forearms, and also too the legs are done. So I just have a little more cleanup work to do with that, but I just wanted to give a quick update, because when you look at the earlier tutorials that I did, it's kind of hard to tell if it exactly would end up looking like a t51b helmet, and you can see it does. This helmet here is kind of a mixture between Fallout 3 and Fallout 1. It depends on the imagery. Some of the imagery shows that this piece sticks out more further, and then some imagery shows this piece sticks out more recessed, and then the same thing with the air valve. So it really depends on which one you're building. And if you notice on the backpack, the chest piece here is smooth with no grooves. The one that has a little groove down the center of it was from Fallout 1. So it depends on which one really you're building from which particular game. But this is Enclave remnant helmet, and I got a coat of primer on here now to see where all my low spots are. So I'm gonna come back and sand and fill it and fill all the different little gaps and stuff. So, but if you come and you put primer on it like this, it'll show you where all the low spots are. But this helmet here is made for my son, and it's meant to fit a child, not a full-size adult. And it's kind of a mixture between the remnant power armor from Fallout New Vegas, and then from Fallout 1 and 2 with Enclave. It's a little couple of things on the helmet that I actually changed, because let's see, can I show you? Even though this looks like pretty close to the helmet, but in the game you can notice that this piece here is different. How I got it going at a straight line, it actually goes like this. So that's one of the things. But since I'm building this for my son and it's custom, that's fine. In the same way too, like with the light piece, I kind of changed it up a little bit, which isn't really a bad idea, because that way you can put your own little finishing touches on the helmet or your armor, and in that way, if you're looking at it, you can automatically tell if it's one of yours or if somebody else did it or something like that. The only really problem I had with this was I had to build this from scratch, and it, so I didn't use any paper craft or anything to build it. I used pieces of cardboard and glued together so I could get the shape right, but I basically didn't have a template. And if you saw the earlier builds of the helm, then you know that it's wire underneath with foam and fiberglass and body filler. But my backpack, I actually removed the wire from it to lighten it up. And the other pieces that I built, I did the same thing. So that's something that's kind of cool that you can do. And like I said, I'm almost done with the helm. One thing that I do with all my helms that I build is I put ventilation in. So see, I got a fan in the back, which is a 12 volt, and then I have a fan in the front, which, if you look right here, this is actually an air vent. This piece is functional to keep it cool, and so air sucks in here, and as well as through here and through here. And what that does is that keeps you from sweating to death, because if you ever spend any time in your armor, then you know that it'll get hot. I've actually built other armors and things before, so this is not like my first armor build. I probably built, I don't know, my first suit armor probably in the 5th grade. I did Darth Vader. I used one of the old helm kits that they had back then, and some other little random stuff, but nothing really like what I'm making now. But it's just a little work. You can see what you can do, and you can make it look pretty much like the game. It's basically up to you, however you like it or whatever your taste is. So like I said, the Enclave armor, it looks pretty much close to it. The one cool thing about the Enclave armor is because it's almost totally flat angles. It's easy to do this out of cardboard and fiberglass it, so it shouldn't take you long to build it. If you want to build a like these just flat pieces of cardboard, and it's pretty easy. So you could be able to really build your decent one in just a little bit of time. And then you can see I changed the earpieces that goes on here. Some of the imagery shows the helm have these on the t51b, and some don't. It basically depends on which one you're looking at. Like I said, they're almost all different. Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3. So, but all in all, it did turn out pretty good from what I have so far. So, here you go. You got both of them together. Enclave Remnant armor and t51b. So hope you like it, and also too, please remember to leave comments down below. Let me know if you like it or not. I've had people look at some of my other videos on the earlier stage, but I have no idea if the people like them, don't like them, what they think or anything, because nobody haven't left in the comments, so I don't know. So this is what it looks like, and it looks pretty good, and it's pretty close. Like I said, it's not exact, but it's close enough for at least for what I'm gonna use it for anyway. Because like I said, it's basically for my son's costume, and all I really want to do was pretty much get the shape right, and I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. There's a couple of more things I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to smooth it and carve it and keep working on the air valves and stuff like that. One thing you could do is you can buy this little cheap conduit. It's a little plastic toy. You get that for the dollar store for $1, and that's pretty good if you're going to build one. That does pretty good. This here is nothing more than conduit that's used for fiber optic cable and data cables to protect them, and it's pretty good. It's kind of hard and rigid, but you can bend it easily just by heating it up, and so you can go like that, and So that's the deal. When you put those pieces on, see, like that, you can kind of get a more feel of it, of what it looks like. So please remember to leave comments below, and I'll keep you updated. Probably next time that I post it, I'll show what the finished suit looks like, because I'm trying to make sure that I have it all finished up for my son so he can wear it for Halloween. Mine is going to take a little bit more extra stuff. Oh yeah, one more thing I almost forgot to mention. These are the fans that I use for the ventilation for the front. So one other cool thing, that all the suits that I build, I use one of these, and what it does is actually a thermal cooler. So it's electric volts, 12 volts, and it keeps my suit cool. I've used them before, they work pretty good. They're just 12 volts, and they come with a bunch of fans anyway, so you can usually get about 4 fans. And if you pull them out, normally the coolers work fine, but it's the board that's bad. But if that's something you want to do, you can. If it's not, then you don't have to. But you probably really want to do that so that you can keep your suit from overheating, and you shouldn't have any problem with putting it in like a Halo costume, because Halo got a lot of big ducts anyway. You could actually probably put 2 thermal coolers. And if you're somewhere up north, you got a heat side, which is this side here blows hot air because the back side gets hot, and then this side gets cool. So you actually do both heating and cooling if you needed to. But since I live in Florida, I'm just really primarily concerned with overheating, because it does get hot, and even in the winter time it's fairly warm here. So just one more thing you can do. And remember, leave comments below and I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.